let me check. Okay, it is recording. Yeah. So I'm just I'm just providing the setters and getters and constructor parameters. No auth constructor and getter and setter methods. Select all and generate. And let me do generate toString method. Okay, we are done with the bean class, and let me create one. Let me explain you this thing. First we'll create the container object. For that we'll use application context. Actually it is interface, so we are using annotation config application context. So we have to provide the configuration file and just providing the name as app-config. Let me create the class as app-config and finish. Okay, we'll do this. And okay, now as I said, we have to use Jdbc template, right? So Jdbc template JT object, and it returns some JT object. JT is equal to new Jdbc template. New Jdbc template. Okay. Now let me set the data source. Set data source and public data source object, and it returns the data source object, and data source ds is equal to new driver manager data source. Let me import these things. ds dot set let me use here as driver manager data source. Set driver class env dot. Here we have to use one more thing called environment env by specifying the annotation called auto-wire. And now I'm using this environment object reference variable and getting the property from the properties file. Save the URL and env dot get property URL and ds dot set username env.getProperty username. I'm just giving you user. ds.set password env.getProperty pwd. And here we have to specify annotation called configuration, and not this one. Configuration, so that Spring container will treat this as a bean configuration class, and Spring container will create the object when we specify this annotation at the method level. Then when here we are providing the application configuration file, it goes to this file, and here we are providing the Jdbc template object. If we go inside it, here we can see that Jdbc template is using the data source object. Let me go inside it. Data source is a interface, and we have to use the implementation class. Let me go to the implementation class. So for data source interface, all these are the implementation classes. So I'm just using the driver manager data source. It is actually belongs to org's spring framework dot jdbc dot data source, and same jdbc template also org dot spring framework dot jdbc dot core. Okay. Okay, and here we provided these things, and let me create a configuration file. For that we have to create one source folder, browse it. We have to create a folder called resources folder, and here we'll create one file, that is db.properties file, and here db is equal to, and url is equal to, username is equal to, and pwd. Pwd. All these things we have to provide here. So data source object, the driver class is the oracle dot jdbc dot driver dot oracle driver, and url jdbc colon oracle colon then colon at the rate localhost colon 1521 colon xe, and username is the system, and password is the password manager, or username and password of my DB. Okay, oracle colon jdbc colon oracle colon then colon at the rate localhost. Yes. So here we have to mention like these jdbc properties we are using. So let me save it. Okay, so here we are getting the properties from the these db properties file, right? So here we have to provide the annotation called property source. We are loading the driver class details from the properties file. For that we have to use the property source annotation. Let me copy paste it so that it should not give any error. Okay, then go back to the main class using the container object reference variable and just getting the Jdbc template object. Jdbc template dot class, and it returns the Jdbc object actually. Jdbc okay. And jt dot, we have a method called execute query. In I told you here only update query, but here we have a method called execute query, update query also, and we have a method called query for object and query method also to get the records from the DB that you will see in next upcoming sessions. Just SQL, and I will provide this string SQL is equal to create table product PID number pname var2 and cost number. Okay, and here I'm just printing this that table is created. Okay, now let me run this application. Here I think it's a type mistake, just I missed D. Okay, and let me rerun again. Oracle, sorry, again there is a type mistake. Sorry guys. Oracle, let me see if any other Jdbc Oracle thing localhost folder exe driver and system manager. Okay, now let me run it. Let me clear console. Okay, property is required, so let me go to the app config. Yes, here we forgot to provide the data source object to the Jdbc template, and now I'm again running. Object failed to instantiate unsupported class. Oracle driver has been compiled. I got a new exception. Bean creation failed to instantiate. 1 second, guys. It returns this, of course, and this, okay. URL via password, and it returns. What else I missed? Bean creation via factory method failed. So fail to instantiate data source object. Oracle driver class has been compiled by more recent version. Okay. Let me go to my form.xml. Here I will use some other version. Jdbc 8 I will use, and here 23.2.0.0. Let me use this, and clear let me update the project. Force update. Okay, now I am running the app config app application. Okay, already name is already existing. Okay, let me open my DB. I think with product there is another table. Let me delete the table. Okay, description product, yes, drop table product, and give commit as well. Now check description. Object does not exist. Okay, now again I am running the application. Now it's loading the driver class, and yes, successfully table is created. It's showing. Let's check here. Clear screen. Description of product. Yes, right here we mentioned that product name, PID, PName and cost. PID, PName and cost. Okay, and also let me insert one record. Let me comment these 2 lines. Now jt.I will use update method now. String SQL is equal to within the double quotes insert into product values question mark. This is called, we can say, hard coding. We are not giving it we are avoiding hard coding here. SQL and pin ID is 101, product ID and product name is book and cost is 500, and it actually returns a int value inserted records. Inserted records are, now let me print it. Return, and I will return one more value, this time pen, and pen cost is 100, and pencil is actually 200. I will update this. Okay, so now 3 rows are inserted. We will check here. Select start from product. Right. Okay, and now I will comment it these two. Okay, let me make it a okay, we'll do it. String SQL is equal to delete product where PID is equal to question mark. Okay, and here by using Jdbc template reference variable, I am just running the update query, and our ID is, I don't want pencil, I will remove it. And of course it will return the int value. Deleted. So, delete. Okay, delete product where PID is equal to question mark. Okay, let me again select start from product. See, now we can see only 2. So in this session we learned that how to create the table and how to insert the records into the table and how to delete the records. And in next session we'll explain, we'll discuss about how to update the records in a table and how to get the records from the table, from the DB actually. So here we are just inserting and updating, and in DB we are checking like whether that records are updated in DB or not. So in next session we'll discuss few things that we can fetch the records from the DB and we can display in our console. By using a row mapper concept, there is a concept that is main important concept, so don't miss it in next video. We will see in next video. Thank you for watching, and please subscribe my channel if you feel it is informative, and share, and please share it with your friends. Thank you so much.